My name is Maddox Greger, and I'm making this video not to blame anyone or make people feel bad for me or anything like that. I'm making this video to share my story and to share my experience and to share that suicide is not the answer. So it all started in January. In January, I got with this girl. I'm not going to say her name, but I guess I just kind of gave myself a false thought that I was happy with her. We both had issues, like anxiety and all that, but I gave all of my energy and time into her. I thought that without her I was nothing. So I kind of just gave up everything for her. I gave all my time to her. I didn't really care about myself anymore because all my world was her. And well, you can't save someone else if you can't save yourself. And at the time, I couldn't save myself. I put all my energy into her. I kind of just stopped caring about myself. I let myself go. I started doing things and saying things I normally wouldn't. And it caused arguments between us. It really did. It caused a lot. And I just couldn't live knowing that she was mad at me. So I guess I just kind of fell into a state of depression because, well, I put up all my time for her and everyone else in my life, and I just couldn't help myself. Since I was in such a serious state of depression, I was actually diagnosed with major depression, but since I was so low, no one could talk me out of it. I was too far gone for anyone to help me or anyone to notice, I guess. When I couldn't help others and everyone around me was just going through stuff and I couldn't help anyone, I kind of felt empty and useless. I felt like there was no purpose in me. So I guess I just kind of gave up slowly. And then one night, it was the final straw. There was a fight. I was too far gone. I gave up on everything, on everyone. So at about 11, I went downstairs. I was playing depressing music. I grabbed 2 bottles of pills. Ibuprofen and something else, I don't remember what it was. But those 2 pills were blood thinners. It was going to slowly kill me. And that was what I wanted. I was done. I was ready. So I just kind of gave everything up. And I decided it was time. I took 60 pills out of those 2 bottles, finishing one of them and getting through half of the ibuprofen. And then at about midnight, I texted my best friend at the time, and I told him what I did. Because at the time, I regretted it. I really did. I was ashamed of myself, and I guess I just didn't know what I was doing. It was as if I knew what I did was wrong, but at the same time, I knew that was what I wanted. And, well, the cops came, and my head was hurting. My stomach hurt. Everything was just in pain. My feelings were gone. Everything was blank. And the cops and paramedics started asking me questions, and I just couldn't answer. My head was hurting. I was dizzy. Just nothing was coming through to me. So then they rushed me to the hospital. And on the way to the hospital, the paramedic asked me. He said, "Do you have any idea why you're in this situation?" And it's as if something in me knew what was causing it. And all I said was, "It's her." And then I just changed my entire story. Like, I just completely dropped my statement of "it's her," and I just started a whole new story. It was as if I knew what was causing all this, but I didn't want to face it. So they got me to the hospital. My mom was there, and they told me, "We're going to have you drink charcoal to clean out your system, or we're going to force it down your throat." So I said, okay. I grabbed it. I started chugging it. And, well, when I finished it, my stomach was hurting. My head was hurting. And all I said was, oh my God. My mom asked what? And I said, I'm dizzy. My head hurts. The nurse reclined the hospital bed. And then I just blacked out. I thought I was dead. It was what I wanted. And, well, I thought everything was over. I thought all my pain was gone. But at the time, I couldn't even identify my pain. It was just it was that pain where it hurts. It hurts really bad, but you don't know what's hurting it. And I thought it was all gone. And then I woke up. All I saw was black. And then I realized I passed out and started puking up charcoal and pills all over the hospital bed. And then they ended up sending me home at 7:30. And then, well, they sent me to the first hospital in Indianapolis. And while I was there, they didn't really do much. We kind of just had group, ate, went to the gym, just kind of messed around all day. But I felt wanted when I was there. I felt ashamed of myself about what I did because it was selfish. And then when I got out of there after 6.5 days, I was right in the same loop. I was ready again. I didn't want to be here. It's like something was triggering it, but I didn't know what. Was it school? I didn't know. I just didn't know what was going on. I just wanted it to be over. And there was just a ton of arguments and drama and stress building up. And then I finally just went off on a student. Because my best friend and his girlfriend broke up. There was a huge argument over it, and I remember saying to one of the girls, I'm ready. For you to say that she has a hard time when I was in the hospital and people were making fun of me for trying to kill myself, I'm ready. I want to die. It's my answer, and it's my choice, and it's what I'm going to do. And that night, I ended up breaking up with that girl. And, well, it's like at the time, I knew it's what needed to be done. But the second I did it, it's not what I wanted. It's like I didn't know that she was causing me all my pain. And then, the next day, I went into the office. I started talking to her because she was in there crying. We got back together. We kissed and made up. And then, my therapist came in. My parents came in. I was going back to a second hospital. Got home, got packed up. I was even thinking about running away on my way home because I didn't want to go back to a hospital. I knew it wasn't going to help me. But when I got there, it was different. It was like they cared. I meant something. I truly did. Not like the last hospital where I thought I meant something. This one I meant something. And then, well, 7 days being in that hospital, being around people that had it terribly. Listening to girls that were always mean to their mom, and then their mom died, and they just felt so much regret. And then my psychiatrist was talking to me. I remember being on the phone with my dad one day, and he said, Maddox, I'm not saying that she's bad for you. I'm just saying you two were in the office together, and you both have your own issues, and you went to a hospital, and she went home. How is that fair? All he had to say was that, and then it clicked. It was her. It was always her. She caused me my pain. All the fighting, all the stress, all the sex. It just wasn't it. It was causing me pain, and I knew it was. So when I got out, I broke up with her. And then I immediately felt better. I don't know why. And then my, at the time, best friend started arguments with me. He turned on me. So, I took him out of my life. I didn't need his drama. And that was where my story ended. I was happy. Finally. No one deserves to go what I went through. No one deserves to go through anything that they go through. Thank you for listening. If you're ever feeling down, you can always talk to me, because I've been there. Just because there's one chapter in your life that's bad doesn't mean your whole story is over. Goodbye.